Yo, what is up, guys? Sorry I haven't posted in a while. I decided I was gonna do a reaction content video because it's quicker and easier to do for now, as I'm doing some stop motion and YouTube, gaming videos. I'm getting those made, so I thought I'd do a life of luxury video. So, I'll tell you some more information about the video in a minute, whenever we're on to the video, because it'll take me forever to find out the information. So anyways, let's go on to reacting to it. So here is Mr. Unnerving. Every life luxury entity you cannot escape. It is an hour and 37 minutes long, so I'm gonna put it up into parts. So I'm gonna do I think 10 monsters per video. He has other videos on life luxury. That's sunflower. Anyways, make sure to smash like on this guy's video. Go back to watch it. Let's read this comment here. I love Life of Luxury. Everything you do is amazing. No AI, no CGI. All just costumes and acting. Their designs are pretty good most of the time, and you can tell. Yeah, it's true. Also, cats drinking soda. Amazing name. I agree with their take. This is so true. Just like Leave, they have like a survival percentage. I have criticisms on most, but most of them you can just like leave the house and you'll survive. So let's quit this dilly-dallying. I have it on 2x speed. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it on regular speed so you guys can put it on 2x speed. Anyways, let's get into the video. I forget to pause the video whenever I'm pausing things, so anyways, that's his intro. Let's get on to the video.
Over the years, Life of Luxury has introduced some of the most disturbing creatures, stalkers, and unexplained entities on the internet. From things hiding inside walls and beneath floorboards, to humanoid figures lurking.
Gang, what is that thing, bro? I get in here with the drawing tool. You can see a face here. I'm trying to do my own survival percentage. I'm gonna do my own survival percentage chance on top of theirs. And this creature, I'll give it a go. I'm assuming he means like on a head-to-head fight, because most of these are really
In forests, basements, attics, and places no one should ever be alone. Each case has left behind more questions than answers, but in this video we're doing something much bigger. This video is a complete compilation, bringing all my previous Life of Luxury breakdowns, analysis, and survival discussions together into one massive video. Every stalker, every humanoid, every possessed family member, every dark web creature, everything we've covered so far combined into one video. We're going to revisit the most disturbing cases, break down each entity's appearance, behavior, hunting patterns, and what makes them so dangerous. And most importantly, what your chances of survival would actually be if you encountered one. So with that being said, buckle up, because tonight we're diving into the complete...
Okay, so before we get into the video, I'd just like to say Parker and Chester. Chester is somehow always finding himself getting caught by something and almost dying. Like, genuinely, I think he hates his job. He should quit. Like, Parker, he shows up finally into it. He just shows up. They always survive though. For Chester, he's an idiot. So, and it's just pure luck. Like, bro, give him Isle Death Gambling instead Jack 5 every time. But for Parker just genuinely has skill. Like, gang, he's so skilled at this craft. Yeah, I think the only one that I can like 100% remember is the one with the dude who catfished Parker so that they'd come. Because like it's like a play on the fact that every single one of the videos has a girl in it as the one who's calling for help. Yeah, it was really funny. Timmy? Of course. Okay. Subject 0. Timmy? Yes, that's Timmy. Tom. I've been calling him Jimmy this whole time, bro. It's Tommy.
Tommy is one of the most disturbing entities in Life of Luxury, originally believed to be Candace's missing
that
son, but the
stare.
real Tommy had died a year earlier, meaning the creature
I
that
didn't know
climbed
that.
through her window was
I
an
thought he was
imposter,
already-
wearing his clothes and mimicking his habits. This Tommy looks humanoid, but at night, his body mutates violently, his limbs stretch to unnatural lengths.
Okay, what is Parker's reactions to everything? He just does a turn. It's like, gang, you're seeing this, right? Man, every time I see it, I'm just so tempted to scream, gang, you're seeing this, right? Well, this is freaky. I'm getting
His neck
the
expands outward like a
heebie-jeebies.
flail, and his head can rotate a full 360 degrees without injury.
What is that?
His face is sometimes hidden behind a mask, and his tongue is long, black, and slick, designed for feeding. Tommy behaves like a parasitic predator, bound to a nightly
Okay,
growth
but
cycle.
what?
When darkness falls,
I'm
he lies
how they
still
did that.
beneath blankets
like-
before rapidly expanding in
Also, how
size,
are they
bones
standing
stretching under his
listening
skin as he emits painful wails.
Like,
Then he
I
stalks through
probably
the
do
house
it,
with
but, like, it's
unnatural
really
intelligence,
impressive.
always returning to Candace. Using his tongue, he penetrates the base of her skull and drains cerebral spinal fluid. Candace shows signs of severe neurological collapse, suggesting Tommy keeps her alive just so he can milk her, repeatedly. His strength is overwhelming.
She reminds me of those anti-smoking PSAs. Like, let me go back. Let me see the photo of her.
Spinal fluid.
Yeah, like those, like that woman who has, like, the robot voice. Yeah, she looks like those, bro. Anti-smoking PSA.
Tommy keeps her alive just so he can milk her, repeatedly.
Hey,
His strength
no.
is overwhelming. He smashes doors, drags victims through windows, and moves with inhuman speed. His threat level is extreme. Tommy cannot be reasoned with, contained, or distracted. Locked doors, boarded windows, and surveillance do nothing to stop him. Once attached to a victim, he becomes relentlessly territorial.
She's dead. Just from that, she's dead. Like, that snapped her neck instantly. Look at that. That is an instant snap neck. You're not surviving that. You're dead. That's instant. Like, she just instantaneously died. Like, it's genuinely impressive.
Victim,
Like, how
he becomes
strong he
relentlessly
is, bro.
territorial and returns night after night until the host collapses or disappears entirely. Even Parker and Chester barely survive encounters with him. Survival against Tommy is unlikely. The only real chance is to evacuate the home before nightfall and immediately separate yourself from the targeted victim. Staying inside, hiding, or trying to confront him almost always ends in paralysis, abduction, or death. Against Tommy, escape is the only option, because once he begins feeding, it's already too late.
Yeah, it is though. I think like 90% of them, like, just give me an axe, and like they're literal tree people. Let's see. Okay, 8.9. So I'm assuming they mean head-to-head battle without a weapon whenever they're talking about these, because so most of these are really low. If any other, let me speak. Anyways, yeah, they're really low for anything else. For like the stalkers and stuff, they're like kinda like they're high enough where it's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, it makes sense. Because like most the stalkers are just people in masks, which will kind of make their fighting harder to do. So I'm taking them down pretty easily. The arts and crafts team got really original with this. Beautiful design. You can see. Let's get in. You can see the it's probably longer. We just don't see the rest of it. So let's see. Is it really as long as I think it is gonna be? It's gonna be like a meter long. No, that's farther than a meter. I feel like 10 meters long.
The bedworm is a grotesque parasite introduced in
Why
We
did
Bought a
Chester
Parasite Off the
always look
Dark
like
Web
he
video,
wants to
resembling
leave?
oversized tapeworm with the
What
same
is
biological
that,
structure, a
bro?
long segmented body packed with eggs, ready to spread into new hosts. Initially bought as a pet, the creature quickly proves to be an invasive apex parasite, with extreme mobility and an instinct to burrow into
So it looks
flesh.
that
Its bite
big.
is the first sign of infection, marking
Chester,
Chester as its
what are
primary
you
host.
doing?
Once inside a human body, the bedworm's
Chester, you're
offspring
actually
spread
stupid.
rapidly. Chester begins experiencing
This one time I'm gonna
swelling,
have to
internal
the one who
movement,
always
and
dies.
pain as the parasites replicate beneath his skin. Attempts to seek
Oh,
medical
how
help
do they do
fail.
that?
Dr. Mumley, who suggests
How do they do that? Like with the special effects and everything. Like that's really impressive. Like how did they do that? I am genuinely shocked at how impressive that is. I'm gonna look it up after this and maybe do it in the next part.
amputating Chester's stomach. As the night progresses,
Why is
the
it
worm's
so
behavior
faster?
accelerates. It escapes containment, skitters throughout the house at unnatural speeds, and eventually returns to Chester,
Yeah,
launching
see,
itself
let's
into
see
his
how
body
long
through
it
his lower
is.
cavity to rejoin its offspring. The bedworm's intelligence is limited, but its instinct for survival is extreme. It can detect its host from
way
across a
longer.
room, move faster than a human can react, and force entry through any available opening. Once connected to a host, its goal is simple: multiply, soon from the inside out. The parasites inside
What do you mean any available holes? Chester, bro. Chester, you're freaky, bro. High key, bro.
Chester demonstrate rapid growth, coordinated movement, and an ability to fuse their life cycle between internal and external phases. Survival against the bedworm is nearly impossible once bitten. Early evacuation and immediate professional medical intervention offer the only slim chance. But the parasite's speed, stealth, and relentless return to its host make escape unlikely. If the worm has already begun reproducing beneath the skin, the victim's fate is almost certainly sealed.
You're
The
dead,
organism
bro.
will keep entering, feeding, and nesting until the host collapses from systematic failure.
Bedworm, threat level extreme. Okay, add. Okay, I've watched this previously to get a good say on what this video is. Like, is like cuss words and stuff. But bro, there's this the amount of 6 7s in this is actually shocking. I actually counted. I think it's like 3 or 4. So yeah, it's a bit much. Taylor Stalker. I think I
Taylor
remember
Stalker
this
appears to be a
one.
deranged, mentally unstable intruder who navigates her home with unnatural movement and disturbing noise. His most defining feature is his height, that allows him to tower over door frames and move with jerky, insect-like steps. His face is obscured by either a mask or smeared face paint, framed by long, messy hair along the sides of his head. Even before Parker and Chester arrive, Taylor reports hearing footsteps, animalistic screams, and receiving disturbing photos, leaving her convinced that someone is secretly living inside her home. After receiving Taylor's email, Parker and Chester suspect either hallucinations or an escaped patient from the nearby mental asylum. Upon entering the home, Taylor explains that her stalker enters at night and hides somewhere within the house.
Just get something clear. The amount of people who live near mental asylums, like, shouldn't they have like a police station than like a prison? Like, why would you have an insane asylum next to like a neighborhood? That's so stupid. You know, I'm gonna create a city. I'm gonna create 2 cities, one with that, one without it. And if I swear to God, like, just to experiment, just to show how stupid this is.
Once the cameras are set up, the truth becomes impossible to deny. As Parker and Chester monitor the footage from their car, the stalker suddenly emerges from a bedroom. His height unnatural, his movements twitchy and unpredictable. The two immediately react in horror as they question how he is taller than the doorway and what is wrong with his distorted face. As the night continues, Taylor's stalker grows more erratic. He notices the camera at the bottom of the stairs and begins behaving wildly before smashing it. Moments later, he is seen under Taylor's bed sheets, slowly revealing himself as the camera glitches and her fear escalates. When Taylor wakes up and screams, Parker and Chester rush inside, only to find the stalker already approaching them through the doorway, his towering silhouette barely fitting within the frame. The three escape the house and flee into the night, with Parker and Chester attempting to contact Taylor's parents, calls that were never returned. The stalker's identity, origins, and motives remain unknown, but one thing is clear: he is not simply trespassing. He's living inside the home, watching, waiting, and creeping closer every night.
It looks like it. Damn, like half the time they just ditch them. 3. Okay. Around that numbers, I think it would be a little bit higher. Wait, no. Billy.
Billy is another distorted humanoid whose transformation mirrors Tommy's, hinting at a larger pattern behind these creatures. He appears lanky and malformed, with extremely long limbs, a stretched frame, and wild black hair that shoots out in every direction. He wears a white shirt with red sleeves, and though his age is never stated, his behavior suggests he has regressed into something primal and predatory. Like Tommy, Billy's drastic physical changes began after entering the woods, suggesting that whatever infected Tommy may have also reshaped Billy into this unnatural form. Billy's behavior ranges from vacant to violent. Early footage shows him drooling uncontrollably at Debbie.
There's 100% a connection between these guys. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be an overall plot between all of them. So, you know, I think I might make my own video about it. It probably won't be an hour and 37 minutes, bro. Jeez.
before he suddenly shifts into manic excitement when offered food. Throughout the night, he repeatedly bangs his head against the wall and screams, as if reacting to internal pain or fighting urges he can't control. His erratic movements escalate until he smashes a plate over his own head and twists into a disturbing spider-like pose, using his long limbs to move in unnatural ways. As Parker and Chester monitor the house, Billy becomes increasingly predatory. He peers silently into their room from the hallway before ultimately attacking Ronnie and consuming him off camera. Unlike many Life of Luxury antagonists, Billy does not pursue Parker and Chester after the attack, implying his goal was singular and instinctual, rather than territorial or malicious. His transformation pattern, behavior, and anatomy strongly suggest that the same force, entity, or infection that created Tommy is also responsible for Billy. Given his unpredictable mental strength, survival against Billy depends entirely.
How do you like get the foot? Like, do they just have a mask that's similar to the one that they're putting on the one, and just have people like put their feet through it and stuff? It's like there's some that are really impressive where they're like up in the air and doing it. There are others that look really funny just based off the fact that if you know they're fake, and like the people are just doing such weird poses, we have to just have a picture without the things there, what they look like. It's so funny.
Distance and early escape. Once he snaps into predatory mode, his speed and erratic locomotion make close-range encounters nearly impossible to survive. Like Tommy, Billy embodies an infection that reshapes human biology into something spider-like, ravenous, and barely sentient. Another reminder that whatever lurks in those woods is a true enemy.
Oh, hell no. 22. 22. I'd say I'd make like a 4A. Imaginary friend. Yeah, I remember.
The imaginary friend's first appearance instantly sets him apart from the other Life of Luxury creatures with one haunting trait. He cannot be seen with the naked eye. Only night vision technology reveals his true form. Physically, he's a thin, elongated humanoid with an unnaturally protruding neck, a tangled mess of hair covering his face, and a patterned shirt with jeans and black shoes. Despite his frail appearance, he possesses enough strength and anatomical distortion to swallow a human whole, much like Billy. Parker and Chester become involved after receiving an email from a distressed woman named Barbara. She explains that her son Tamar died in a fire, and ever since then, her son Caleb has acted increasingly disturbed, stealing her undergarments, cutting a girl's hair, and becoming violent. Caleb insists that he has an imaginary friend, but Barbara believes something much darker is happening. When Parker and Chester confront Caleb in his room, he vomits a strange, goo-like substance on Parker, hinting that whatever is influencing him has already taken root. Later that night, the truth becomes horrifyingly clear. Under night vision, the imaginary friend emerges and silently devours Caleb whole. As Parker and Chester search for him, Chester is attacked by the invisible creature, confirming that he can physically interact with the real world, even when unseen. Before they can react, the imaginary friend turns his attention to Barbara, consuming her in the dark while the two investigators flee the house. To this day, Parker and Chester have received no updates from Barbara or Caleb, and their footage suggests the unthinkable. This being was never a figment.
That's what I'm talking about. How do they do that? Because, like, I'm trying to picture it. Do they have, like, fake legs and stuff? Just, like, unspare, like, mannequin legs? Really weird if yes. But, like, it's just kind of impressive. Like, how do they do that? Let me zoom in a bit here. So, here's the leg. I'm assuming it goes through here and into here. We don't really get a good look at her. What else? I'm gonna change colors here. So her foot's here, her leg goes through here, and I'm assuming like she's sitting up here. Now I'm assuming this isn't a mannequin leg, but it probably is. So she's sitting in there. But also, how are they keeping this head up? A feat of engineering, gang. Whoever engineered this is a genius. Or I'm stupid. Wait. But if it is a mannequin leg, how are they keeping the head up? I'll have to do some research.
Or Caleb, and their footage suggests the unthinkable. This being was never a figment of a grieving child's imagination. It was real, and it was waiting for the right moment to step into their world.
Oh my. These ads. Yeah, I'll take that. It's like invisible though, so like. Whoa.
Eugene was once a loving husband and a father, but his deep insecurity about his appearance pushed him to join the Men's Enhancement Club, a decision that marked the end of who he used to be. After his visit, he returned home on foot through the woods, leaving his car behind, and what walked through the door was no longer human. His face was peeled and stretched unnaturally across his skull, his eyes black and hollow, his mouth hanging open as though the muscles no longer worked. His pale, patchwork skin looked assembled from multiple bodies, his limbs unusually slender, and his facial features misaligned as if stitched on without any understanding of anatomy. Whatever Eugene was before, he was now consumed by an obsession with becoming perfect. From that point on, Eugene isolated himself in the basement surrounded by black goo, discarded flesh, and half-completed enhancements. His personality deteriorated into something emotionless and predatory. What used to be a father became a psychopath devoted to rebuilding his body using whatever materials he could gather. His twisted version of becoming perfect involved harvesting skin, attaching new limbs, and molding himself like a living sculpture, no matter the cost to those around him. His enhanced form is barely recognizable as human. Eugene can slide effortlessly across floors coated in black slime. This substance allows him to slip into the skin of others, wearing them like crude costumes. He can assimilate bodies from the inside, construct bone and nerve tissue, detach fragments of himself to infiltrate victims, and twist his torso backward like a spider preparing to strike. Even in his imperfect state, his control over his flesh suit lets him move in ways no human body should allow. Despite his surgical experiments constantly failing, skin slipping off bones cracking, tendons tearing, Eugene continues his pursuit of the perfect body. He has the knowledge to reconstruct flesh, the strength to overpower victims, and the patience to craft new forms over and over again. Whatever he became in that men's enhancement group, Eugene is no longer a man. He's a creator, a collector, and a parasite determined to build his masterpiece, using anyone unlucky enough to be near him.
So, let's be clear. Yeah, well, I think he just has the OP abilities, so you know.
The forest creature is one of the most horrifying entities Parker and Chester have ever encountered. A towering black humanoid with skin so dark it absorbs light, contrasted only by its bright eyes and a stretched toothy grin. Its hair hangs in long, tangled gray clumps, framing a neck that twists at impossible angles. Though skeletal and malnourishment in appearance, its limbs are elongated, crooked, and unnervingly fast, capable of carrying it either on all fours or upright at a towering height of over 10 feet. This creature first appears in the video It Waits Until You Fall Asleep, where Chester first captures it on camera dragging a woman into the woods. Its attacks escalate throughout the night, eventually breaking into Chad's room, killing him, and leaving his...
Bro, it says Taylor Swift, man. Yeah, that woman just said something rude about Taylor Swift, and you know, they gotta take her. And so did, whatever they said his name is. I don't know.
Body pinned to the wall like a grotesque trophy. The same fate befalls the stalker woman who desperately enters the house seeking safety, only for the creature to slip inside and finish what it started. What makes the forest creature especially terrifying is its unnatural physical capabilities. It can stretch its arms and neck to disturbing lengths, allowing it to reach victims through windows, doors, or even from the shadows of the forest. Its jet black skin grants exceptional camouflage in the night woods, making it nearly invisible until it's too late. Despite its frail appearance, it possesses startling strength, easily dragging Chester across the floor and thrashing him like a ragdoll.
Bro,
Silent, patient, and perfectly adapted for nocturnal hunting. The forest creature represents the pure predatory nature of the unknown, waiting just beyond the tree line for anyone who dares to fall asleep.
Quit order farming, bro. The soccer lady's gone, G. 2. Okay, 2 is a bit much. Andy the Clown.
Andy begins as an overweight, middle-aged man, in a simple white shirt and black pants. But everything changes when he transforms into Scratchy the Clown. In this form, he wears loose white clothing, a long greasy wig, and thick white face paint smeared with distorted red lips. His appearance is unsettling not just because of clown persona, but because of how unnaturally he behaves while wearing it, moving, dancing, and recording himself like someone lost inside a delusion rather than a costume. Andy's personality sharply deteriorates as the video progresses. Once just a rude, dismissive husband, he becomes erratic, verbally hostile, and unpredictable. He isolates himself, talks to someone who isn't there, disappears at night, and obsessively paints his face. Whatever is happening to him appears to erode his sense of identity entirely, replacing him with the unhinged persona of Scratchy. His fixation on the clown identity becomes so complete that Andy as a person seems to vanish, leaving only the character behind. For Parker and Chester, Scratchy is far more dangerous than a man in makeup. Sarah's footage shows that he is no longer just performing, he's becoming something feral. His late-night disappearances, his refusal to engage normally, and the way he fixates on Sarah all escalate into a final disturbing act. At the end of the episode, Andy, or whatever's left of him, kidnaps his wife and drags her into an unknown building. His motives remain unclear, but the transformation suggests something deeply wrong beneath the surface, something that uses the clown persona as a shell while consuming the man beneath it.
Oh, hi. Okay, Mr. Alright guys, I think that's enough for one video. I'm gonna do some more in the next vid. So yeah, this is gonna be a series. Once I'm finished directing this video, I think I'm gonna react to some more horror. Yeah, it's quite fun. It's finally I get to post again for the it's been yeah, it's gonna be a long summer, so you know. Well, long summer for me. I don't know about other countries. Apparently, in like China, it's a couple weeks. I don't know. Haven't done research. I'm gonna look. If I speak English, I'll look it up, and I'll put it up on screen. But alright, that's it for me. See you guys next time.